Speaking of people who may or may not have some brain cells, Tim Walz, and again, I never anticipated continuing to talk about the Biden administration or Tim Walz, for example. But here's the thing: the libs are kind of trying to choose their next person who's going to take the mantle and run with it in the 2028 election. Tim Walz, governor of Minnesota, and the former failed vice presidential candidate, is vying for that spot. He's on a public speaking tour in which he said this, and I have some thoughts, but let's play this clip and get your reaction on the other side.
That our strength is our diversity. We've been talking about this for years as a country of immigrants, and we let them define the issue on immigration. We let them define the issue on DEI, and we let them define what woke is. We got ourselves in this mess because we weren't bold enough to stand up and say, you damn right we're proud of these policies. We're going to put them in, and we're going to execute them. And so...
Oh, okay, Tim Walz. I guess you've learned nothing as to why you lost. Having said that, Paula, as a coordinator for early vote action, does this make your job easier now that they're continuing to double down on things that they have proven to have lost on from this election, and especially going forward?
I mean, it certainly does make my job easier. Maybe they just don't want to win elections. I mean, I truly thought that they would try to walk this back and do what the Democrats always do and say, we never said that. We never stood by that. We never said anything about DEI. What are you talking about? Like the gaslighting strategy? But apparently they're not even trying that anymore. And they're just saying, we stand by this. We didn't do enough. And also his biggest competition right now is AOC. I mean, AOC is making a run for the ticket in 2028. Like that is who they have to put up for this. I feel bad. Truly, I feel bad for them. I feel bad that this is the way that they are going. And I, for their sake, hope they figure it out.
Yeah, Matt, when Charlie was on Gavin Newsom's podcast, it was fascinating for me to see the super progressive governor of California effectively agree with all of the things that Charlie was saying, especially when he was criticizing the libs for their side. Which side, I think, here ultimately wins out? And I'm not calling Gavin a sane person by any stretch of the imagination, but he's clearly pushing for libs to go kind of back towards the middle and away from this stuff. And then you've got, like Paula was saying, the AOC side and the Tim Walz side that is even pushing further towards the DEI stuff. In terms of just the libs as a whole, which push and pull side is gonna come out ahead, do you think?
Well, I don't know. In terms of what you said about Gavin wanting to, I don't know that I agree that he's trying to pull libs more to the center. I think he's trying to be viewed as more in the center so that he gets more of that swing vote and seems a little less, unreasonable as some might appear. In terms of what Tim Walz said in that clip, I had two thoughts on it. The first one is he's almost correct in a way on what he says when he says we didn't push hard enough on this, and this, because they basically didn't run on any policy. They didn't use policy to try and win that election. So in a way, he's almost correct. The other thought I had was when you just on the surface of it, we didn't go hard enough on DEI. We didn't go hard enough on immigration and such. And that's kind of like Starbucks going, I don't think we're pushing the coffee hard enough. I don't think people know we have it. I think we need to go a little harder on the coffee. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's assuming that you don't like your coffee that way, because the American people have been abundantly clear. Yeah, we don't like any of that sort of stuff. And also regarding the thing with Gavin, I don't want to mislead viewers. I don't actually think Gavin thinks any of the things that he was saying. But you're right. He's specifically trying to pull voters away from the other candidates that are also vying for that same top title running for president.